Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Madeline and today I will be teaching you how to start your healing journey and 5 tips to staying consistent. So let's get into it. We all want to heal and become the highest versions of ourselves, but it's very difficult to do that if you have never been taught on where to start. Don't worry, I'll teach you. Years ago, I started my healing journey, and honestly, I was in a very depressive state. I encountered some traumatic experiences during that time period. I was very unhappy with myself, and I told myself, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do everything that I can to put myself back on track. These are the 5 tips that I've learned. Number 1 is starting with honesty. Honesty is so important because nobody knows you how you know yourself. You have to be very honest about the changes that you want to make, such as what are your bad habits, what are your dislikes, what would you like to change about yourself. When you start with honesty, you create a stable foundation for growth. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's one of the most important things that you can do. That is the very beginning of your healing journey, just starting with honesty and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Number 2 is finding out what your limiting beliefs are. Limiting beliefs are taught to us at a very young age, or it's something that we can learn ourselves over the course of time. These kind of ideas hinder us. They tend to be negative ideas of ourselves and the world around us that has a potential of hindering our personal growth and achievement. So for example, let's use a limiting belief about money. You know the saying that our parents have said at one point, money doesn't grow on trees, or maybe not our parents, but maybe a person has told you money doesn't grow on trees. That is a limiting belief within itself. It's tapping into a scarcity mindset, and that can hinder us in the long run because, like, let's say if your parents do say that, you grow up and then you start treating money as a scarcity instead of treating it as something that is abundant, and like that limiting beliefs hinder us in our personal growth. It is our responsibility above all else to unlearn the limiting beliefs that have been taught to us by our parents. It is not our parents' responsibility to help us unlearn that. That is another thing that's very prevalent in a healing journey. It is nobody else's responsibility to unlearn all the bad habits and toxic traits learned other than yourself. So how do we do that? We start with number 3, which is shadow work and journaling. Journaling is one of the best things that you can do to tap into your inner self, your inner thoughts, your subconscious. It is amazing. Shadow work prompts have been so helpful for me in my journey. I've been journaling for about 5 years in regards to my mental health and like self-improvement. But I've literally kept all the diaries and journals that I've had since I was in kindergarten. That is a blessing because over the course of years, you can look back in your life and see your development and your improvement. I mean, it's just really cool. So I really recommend journaling and doing shadow work. That means you're going to have to go face to face with the parts of yourself that you deem undesirable. That's what shadow work consists of. I have some journal prompts that I'll share with you in the end. So I'll send you off with some homework, which is these journal prompts that you can use to start your healing journey. Number 4 is continuing to learn. If you found this channel, I am extremely proud of you. You are on the right track. It is not easy to take responsibility for your healing, and you being here is already the biggest step that you possibly can take. So continue learning, continue seeking knowledge through videos, books, and shadow work prompts. 2 books that I recommend and that I absolutely love is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz and Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Books to me have been one of the best things that I ever could invest in on this healing journey. It is amazing for your development. Also, podcasts, watching more videos about healing is amazing, and that is one of the biggest things that has helped me with this journey, along with the journal prompts. Most importantly, number 5 is forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. Forgiveness is the most important thing out of this whole list because you are releasing everything that is not for you, and you are forgiving yourself. You are forgiving yourself for the things that you have endured. You are forgiving other people for the way that they have treated you. You are releasing that anger and that pain and that hurt within your body that is stored and trapped within you, that is hindering you without knowledge, and you're letting it be. You're cutting ties with entities that are keeping you in bondage, you know. And it's so important to forgive, because it's not for anyone else but yourself, and you will start to see the world differently, and most importantly see yourself in a completely different light after you forgive. These 5 tips are ones that I have used throughout the course of my healing journey, and that I found extremely effective for starting. And as promised, here are the shadow work journal prompts that you can use to continue your journey. Question number 1 is, what are my core values? 2 is, what is a belief about myself that I've held on for a long time but I'm starting to question? 3, if I could tell my younger self one thing about myself, what would it be? What am I on 5? 4? 4, what situations or interactions trigger strong emotional reactions in me, and what do these reactions tell me about my shadow? And 5, how can I practice self-compassion and forgiveness towards the parts of myself that I consider shadowy? You can use these prompts at any given time, and if you Google them, you can find hundreds of more prompts that can help you as well. Thank you for watching my first video, guys. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.